Hey guys, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and we're going to be jumping into the event, the Web Weaving Princess. And I was going to jump in right into it and kind of start from, already being logged in and whatever. But I wanted to sit on this page here for a second to chat with you guys and give you an explanation of what the best thing to do is when you're facing yourselves with this kind of scenario, when they're giving you an easy mode and a hard mode. So my friend brought up a pretty good question. He's like, well, just put me into the hard mode, I got this. He's pretty new, and I don't think he understands what it means to go in there into the hard mode in comparison to the easy mode. So this is the way I approached it, and I think this is the way you guys should approach it too. So I would go to the easy mode first, and I would pick up all of the items, because the easy mode and the hard mode share the same chests. So the best thing to do is go to the easy mode, because it's beyond easy. It's like the easiest thing you can probably knock out, and go get all the chests. They do have two really amazing rewards. One of them is extremely amazing. It's got a very, very amazing mode. So I'm going to click on the the hard mode here in the meantime, and I'll talk about it a little bit, especially those items you can pick up. So right here, before we get to the items that you can pick up, what we're trying to look for here is don't use any smokes, defeat the Ariadne within 10 turns. This shouldn't be too difficult. Clear it without an ally being killed. This probably being the most difficult component of this actual quest. Depending what kind of party you bring along, these two can share and have a decent resemblance of difficulty for this fight. Okay, so in this case of the fight, the best idea what you can do is, depending on free to play you want to go, you want to obviously bring the strongest friend you possibly can. The last boss is undead instead of insectoid or whatever. So ideally what you want to do is you want to bring characters that maybe have innate undead killer, or anybody who's wearing Odin will do just as fine. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to stick to the theme as much as we possibly can. This is a Final Fantasy 15 event. So what I'm looking for is a Noctis friend who's very, very strong. So we have one here that's 999. I'm just looking to see if there's anybody else that might be doing better. Alright, so we got that Noctis there, and he's wearing Odin, which is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so this is the party I'm going to be bringing along. I'm actually going to be switching out Mercenary Ramza for someone else. I'm wearing Mercenary Ramza because if you watched my previous video, you would have seen that I actually just ended up picking him up. So he's a brand new unit for me. I've never had him before, so I kind of wanted to play around with him a little bit while I was doing the story modes. So my advice for this fight would be a build similar to this. Obviously, not all of you have these kinds of units, and what I'm doing here with my, bringing my Noctis and my Gladio is specifically just because it is a Final Fantasy 15 event, and I just wanted to kind of show them off a little bit to show you guys what's going on. So ideally, what you want is damage, like a damage dealer or two, preferably 2 damage dealers will make this a lot easier. A tank, a healer, and a support. The reason I'm bringing Riku as my support here is literally for her escape. I don't really need anything else from her. I want, just in case, I'll have her there for it, and depending how free to play you are, I guess your goal really is to make sure that at least you can beat this part of the event. Okay, so I'm going to bring Riku. I did remove a little item here off of her, so I'm going to go pick that up real quick. What it was is her health boost. I'm just going to give her her health boost back, though I don't think she'll need it for this particular fight, but we will give her successor. Whoopsies. So we'll give her a successor there so she has it. Okay, so let's take a look at the whole party setup, and then we're going to jump right on in. So, Noctis, again, being my damage dealer here. I just geared him up as best as I could, just boosting everything. So for you who might not have Noctis or have a very good unit here, and you're maybe more new, or you're trying to go as as free to play as possible, then obviously you want to find a unit that is geared very well. A good unit for this might actually be Furion. Dual wielding Furion is going to make this a lot easier for you. So I'm bringing Gladio here. I've just pretty much geared him up to have as much possible hit points with decent spirit and some solid defense. He naturally has lots of defense anyways, but the items here that he picked up to get that high amount of hit points is obviously also carrying defense on there. Now, the item I was mentioning earlier to try and do easy for, which could make this easier for you, is the Carbon Bangle. The Carbon Bangle is an item that you actually pick up here from a chest, and this is an amazing item. 600 hit points, 5 defense, 5 spirit. This is an absolutely must-have item. You guys have to go out there and pick it up. in the Final Fantasy VII event, you'll get a body that's similar, where you get a ton of hit points out of it. Or was it a helmet? I can't remember yet. I can't remember right now, but essentially you want to pick this up because this item is of some of the free items we get is a must-have. Okay, so this is pretty much what I went with. I went with hit points and defense, and same thing. I just pretty much put as much hit points on this bad boy as possible. I can get a little bit more up here. I can get up to like 12,500, almost 13,000 with another vengeful wrath, or I can get him really high with hit points 30. But this is a good amount of armor and defense for him. Looking at Luca here, she pretty much what she was wearing for my last event. I gave her as much hit points as I can so she doesn't get one-shotted, because we are trying to go for that achievement, no kills, and make sure that she can't get stopped or anything. We already took a look at our girl Riku here. And then my last unit here is going to be Onion Knight. His job is literally to do as much damage as possible, but mostly what I was trying to get out of Onion Knight here is to make sure that I can get that get those limit burst stones up as fast as possible, because then I can just escape throughout the whole fight. Alright, so this is my setup. The friend we're bringing along, obviously trying to get him as best as possible. Just get that damage up there, because they're going to make it that much easier for you. Okay, so we're going to jump in to the actual fight. Alright, so we're going to be jumping in through this part here. The first part is actually fairly easy, so we're going to jump just around the corner here, and we're going to go. So I skipped the whole cutscenes and stuff, because I don't want to waste your guys' time or anything. So running down here, there's a chest right here, you can pick that up, and we're going to go all the way through. So this first one is pretty much the same no matter what. If you are going to be doing the collections of the chests, I'm only going to show you the ones that are on our way. The most important ones are going to be up in this yellow area here. If you just climb up there on your left side, that's where you're going to find your charm bangles as well as a sword. But we'll just focus on the ones in our path. And like I said at the beginning of the video, your best bet to go get those bangles or any of those items is to do it on the easy mode, because there is a chest down here and there's one right here. Just knock it out in the easy mode so you don't have to worry about it in this part, because these guys are not completely jokes. Not all of these units. Most of them are actually pretty solid units, and they do hit fairly hard. So here we're gonna go up into the yellow part here. Not too far of a walk. So far we haven't gotten into a single fight, which is terrible for us, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of grinding up here and hopefully get a little bit lucky. Wow. Alright, apparently we're very lucky. So here we go, let's see what we got. Hopefully it's the multiple units. The single units are normally very overpowered and they hit hard. Okay, so these guys have a death style move. So what we're gonna do round one, just gonna blind them and hope that they don't one-shot anyone here, which they shouldn't because they don't have enough moves. Okay, and then I'm gonna come in here and we're just gonna do this. And we're gonna defend. Okay, so we're just trying to get those limit bursts here, so bound. Alright, so at this point, we're just going to go for the kill here. Alright, so we're going to try and finish this off. Because these guys, like I said a second ago, they can literally one-shot your unit. It's kind of like a death style move that they have. So we're going to see here. So we're not going to get the kill here. We don't really need the kill, and we're not even going to bother with the kill, because what we're trying to do is get our limit bursts up. So Noctis's limit burst is doing pretty well, but it's not worth it. It's not worth to try and do one more and hope that they don't do it. So at this point, we're just going to escape. We got what we wanted. So we literally need to do one more fight. This is why I make Riku attack last on the second turn. So here we go. This is where our boss is. There's a chest right here. So we just need to do at least one or two more fights to get my Noctis his limit burst. So, perfect. This is exactly what we were looking. So this guy can go like this. He's gonna go in for the cause all damage. Yeah, so we'll do that. Just to capitalize on any other stones. Come on, a little bit more. So we're very, very close. We need one more. So, to be completely honest with you guys, I don't think I need it. I really don't. Because this boss doesn't really have a lot of hit points, at least not in my situation. But I wanted to kind of show you guys, and you can do it however you want. So we got everything we needed here. We're just going to capitalize on it. So ideally, these are the type of monsters you want to fight because they're fairly easy to kill. And always leave your unit who does your escape till the last moment. Okay, so we're going to get into the boss fight here. We're going to take a look at it. So, now comes the strategy. If you have a friend that's actually pretty decent, you should be able to one-shot this guy. I'm talking about units that have around 1,000 attack. Should be able to do a fairly decent amount of damage. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You can't break her armor, you can't break her defense, you can't do anything with that. What I'm going to do is I'm only going to use my friend here. I'm going to use his limit burst and we're going to see exactly how far he can get our boss to with his limit burst. So he's only level, he's level 100, his limit burst is level 13, whatever. So actually we won't even use him, we'll use my guy. Because this is primary, like he's a better example of having a strong friend or a whale friend unit. So here he is, he's at 1,000, and his stat is exactly where most people who got Noctis and are wailing out on him would be. So his actual skill is at 25. So we'll use my Noctis, and we'll see how much damage we can do just with his limit burst. So with one unit's limit burst, we can bring him down a huge chunk, which is actually really nice to have. Okay, so if you have multiple units to do some chaining, this is going to make it a lot easier for you. So what we're going to do this time is we're just going to capitalize with the rest of what's going on. I'm going to provoke here in case he doesn't get killed, which there's a high chance that he probably won't. There you go, level are at 30%. And we're going to go down here. I'm just going to buff Spirit, because I know I'm expecting some magic from this guy. And then I'm going to provoke with my boy here to make sure that all the damage comes to him. And with her, for the sake of the defense boost, we'll just use her limit burst. Okay, she's going to summon some stuff here. All the damage is going to go to our tank because of the provoke. Okay, not too shabby here. So he's just going to heal himself up back to full, almost. Alright, perfect. So now we're in a situation where we're just going to try and get rid of the ads as fast as possible. So it's up to you on how you want to do that. The reason I brought additional Noctis is because I wanted to make sure that I can just swing through it very quickly. So she's got 1% life left. There's nothing specific I need to do here. I just gotta smack her. Ideally, when you get the ads, you just want to burn them down as fast as possible. So the first turn, you want to get her as low as you can. So that when she spawns her ads, you can control the ads really quickly, and with your AoE, you can kill the ads and hopefully her. Okay, so we're just going to use Gladios with his limit burst, which got resisted, obviously. Why wouldn't it? So I'm going to heal up here, actually. That was probably a terrible idea. Does he have... Oh, I forgot. He's got the lightning weapon. So doo-doo. Anyways, that was a terrible thing. She should be able to kill him, maybe. Perfect. Yeah, let that fire burn. So, overall, the fight shouldn't be too difficult. That's kind of what I'm trying to mimic here. If you do have all your units attack at the same time, like the 2 times that I've done it to clear it on hard, I have 2 Noctises, and with the 2 Noctises during their limit bursts at the same time, having my Noctis start second, the chain will actually end up killing them without even having to use any other units. So my 2 Noctises were normally doing just fine, chaining off of each other. And I found on my second run, using another unit to initiate the chain and then having them 2 attack first made it even easier. But in this case, as you can see, it's nice and smooth. Just take it one step at a time. Gather your limit burst before you get into the fight. Attack the boss as hard as you can right off the get-go. If you are struggling with elements, because the boss can cast some elements, you know, buff yourself to protect yourself from the elements, or even better, just break the boss and you're gonna do just fine. Just do the what do you call it, the attack and magic break, and you're gonna be good to go, because she's gonna hit even weaker than she hit like my units, as you saw. At no point was I in danger. The only thing is my units are fully TM'd out and geared out, so that's the difference. So just take it nice and slow, get those limit bursts, and do a ton of damage at the beginning. Handle the ads with some AoEs to make sure that you don't get quadruple shot or 3 shots at once, so that way you're safe, and then just, you know, finish her off on the 3rd or 2nd turn. Okay guys, so that's pretty much the fight. As you saw, within 10 turns nobody died. The run is fairly simple. As long as you have someone who has escape, you get to keep the bomb and whatever. So it's overall, with an escape unit like Riku, which I'm hoping most of you already have, this is going to be an easy clear. You guys shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guide. This was one of the easier events that I've ever seen them produce. Hopefully you guys aren't having any issues. If you are, let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what you're bringing along, and I'll try and help you maybe structure a party so you can jump in and kick some ass. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. This is Vortie, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.
I saw it.